Hello there. My name is Shahara Wooten with Your Story Financial. I am a certified financial planner and I'm the owner and founder of Your Story Financial. We're a registered investment advisory firm that focuses on helping people craft their amazing financial success story. So I wanted to come on here today. I've sent out a newsletter to the folks that are on my newsletter, sent out messages to my clients. They are included in that as well. And first and foremost, I want to talk to us about mental health, physical health, and how that affects our wealth during this time. These are definitely unprecedented times, and I definitely have my prayers going out in this time, and don't take it lightly what we're going through. But I also want to take a moment to talk about what's happening in terms of financial planning and in terms of your financial plan and what you should be considering and thinking about in this time. So I think one of the biggest issues right now is the fact that we feel like we're not in control. And I do have an online course, and I talk about focusing on what we can control and focusing and not focusing on what we can't control. So I want to just kind of summarize that in this video and hopefully get some input from you on what you're doing during this time. I am a virtual firm, and I realized, and there was like a joke out there or a meme out there where you have someone say, I realized I've been quarantined. This is my life, this quarantine situation. My heart definitely goes out to everyone that is now with their spouse now at their home, or they're with their spouse and their kids. So the whole house is active during the day. So definitely keeping you guys in prayer too. So like I said, the purpose of this conversation is to talk about focusing on what we can control. And actually, I've got some notes here and it's on my laptop. And so what I'm going to do is kind of move my video. So that's what I just did. You still see me, but I'm going to be reading some of my notes as well. But as you guys can see, and what some of the things that I've been hearing as I've been on conference calls today, as well as other days, and reading up on the situation, is that this is one of the fastest bear markets in history. And a bear market is when the market goes down. A bull market is when the market goes up. So when you think about how they fight, I always tell people, think about a bull. They've got horns and they thrust up. So that's when you're talking about an up market. And then a bear market is when the paw of the bear swipes down, and that means the market is going down. So one of the things we know, and I always tell people, is that the market is going to go up, it will go down, and it will be sideways, which means flat. We just don't know when that'll be. So when we talk about focusing on what we can control, my question to you is, has your goals changed for financial planning? Has your financial plan changed? Things are going to change all around us, but does that necessarily mean your financial plan changed? You have short-term, which are your 5-year or less goals. You have midterm goals, 5 to 15 years or so, and then 15 plus years would be the long-term goals. And when you put them in those different categories, has those goals changed because of the market, because of coronavirus? Probably not. You're still going to have an emergency fund. You're still going to want to take a vacation or take the time to buy something, make a bigger purchase. You're still going to want to spend time with family. There's a lot of things that we're still going to want to do. You still, if you maybe a goal is to buy a house, you're still going to want to do that. You're still going to want to invest. So these goals have not changed, and the beauty of what is associated with that has not changed, because your reason for those goals is financial independence. Your reason for those goals might be, I want to be able to help my family. I want to be able to provide and be above provision. I want to be able to do more than just provide. Those goals will never go away. Those are things that are innate inside of you. So if you're working with a financial planner, we're just going to talk about how do we adjust? How do we make an adjustment to what we've already put out there in place? How are you going to adjust? And that's what you can control. Also, your risk tolerance. Every time I work with a client and we're investing, we do a risk tolerance questionnaire. It's something I like to do, and we have a discussion about their risk. Has that changed? That is something you can control. Also, I'm going to move this away just a little. Our response. We can control our response. We can stay positive. We can stay focused, and we can control that. Saving more. We can definitely control our savings. We can cut where it's necessary. And now is a good time to look at that. Revisit your cash flow. Where are some areas that you can cut? Some areas we're going to probably cut no matter what. You're probably going to cut eating out as much. So there's some things that are just going to happen. Another thing that's going to help curb the emotions of investing and what is going on with the market is going to be systematic investing. I love that concept. It does not guarantee that you're not going to lose money. It doesn't take away any of the risk. But systematic investing is a way for you to take the emotion out of investing. The question that many people are asking, should I invest today? Should I invest tomorrow? Should I wait 2 years? Should I wait a month? Systematic investing is a way for you to say, today I'm going to pick the 15th of every month and I'm going to put this dollar amount in it, and we're going to do it every month. I'm not going to think about it. So what happens in those cases is that 1 month you'll put that $50 or $500, whatever the amount is, you'll put it in on the 15th, and then you'll buy more shares because the market is down that particular month on the 15th, and then the next month it may be up, so you're going to buy less shares with your $500 or your $50, whatever that dollar amount is that's comfortable for you. But it's a great way to take away from the emotions and then keep you invested, and you take away the thing that I don't like doing, and that's market timing. When you time the market, you've got to be right in terms of when you're pulling the money out, and then you also got to be right on timing it to put it back in. So you've got to be right 2 times. And so systematic investing takes away the need to be totally right and spot on. None of us have a crystal ball, and so these are some strategies to help you. So the things that we cannot control would be taxes. Obviously, we can't control that. Depending on who's in office, all these different things, we don't know what's going to change with that. We can't control the economy. You see what's going on now. Also, the weather. We can't control the weather. Sometimes that affects our investing. If there's a tornado in a particular area, forest fires, you guys have seen a lot of these things happen in the last few years. And then obviously we cannot control a pandemic. So what I want to emphasize here are some ideas on what we can do in this time to keep ourselves mentally healthy, physically healthy, and spiritually healthy. Because without our health, the wealth and all this doesn't even matter, right? So one of the things, and I have quite a few things that I'll list out. Turn off the TV, turn off all of that. If it's causing you anxiety, TV, social media, we have access to so much information now, YouTube, all of that. If it's causing you anxiety, then turn that off. Those are things you can control. Take a walk. We're all in our homes. I had to learn this when I started working from home about 3.5 years ago. Take a walk, get some sunlight. I still have to get my sunlight today, so I'm going to do that. And be creative. There's Facebook Lives all over the place, all these companies doing things and stars and celebrities. Just get out of the norm of just the things that we're hearing all the time. Listen to calming music. I love Dappy T. Keys. If you look him up, he plays wonderful, and I'm Christian, so he plays wonderful worship music on the piano. I love it. It's something that I do. It helps me be productive when I'm working. But there's jazz, there's all types of styles of music, classical that you can listen to that'll calm you down. Taking these virtual tours, I have a list, an email list or a website that I've found, and take advantage of that. I did put it in my newsletter, the one that I am going to try out, where you can look at different museums. How cool is that? Read books, magazines, newspapers, do something that you just haven't done before. Consider writing a book. So that is on my list for 2020, and this is a better time than ever to just sit down and do that. The other thing that you can consider doing is to call your friends. Call them. Last year I was like, I'm going to call more people, and I did. And I think there's always an opportunity to do more of that. Write a letter. So it's been a long time. We send emails all the time. We're on Facebook. We can message people. We can DM people. But maybe you can just sit down, get some beautiful stationery, and write a letter. Have you ever considered doing that? Send some thank you notes out. There's a lot of people that we have to thank. I have some thank you notes I got to send out. So thank you notes are great. Just sit down, start to write them. I have a lot of stationery here with that kind of stuff that I can do. And that's a great way to just get your mind off of everything that's going on. Organize your house. So that is always something. Some people love that. Some people might hate that. And FaceTiming loved ones, that's another good thing. If you're far away from people that you love, FaceTime them. Try that out if you're not already doing it. Take your supplements and vitamins, so definitely stay healthy and take those supplements and vitamins. Smile, that's so important. Smile. So if you haven't gotten a smile today, I hope that I'm giving you one today. And laugh. I have been laughing a lot lately. Not to, downplay the virus or anything like that, but I will say that there's been a lot of funny memes out there, and it's just been a way for me to laugh, to keep from crying. It can be so stressful, and we know the seriousness of everything that's going on, but it's also good to laugh. And sometimes if you just need to just laugh just because, and there's nothing going on in there, just laugh. I've done it before, and sometimes it'll just help you to just deliberately laugh. Pray. Prayer is so key. Whatever you do, I pray, and it helps me, and it's not my last resort. It is part of the lifestyle, and so I definitely appreciate that. So you can't control the news, you can't do any of that, but you can control your response. So I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I want you to stay positive in these times that are unprecedented, and stay focused on your overall financial goals. And if you don't know what those goals are, if you haven't fleshed those out, I am offering a free 30-minute introductory meeting so that you can meet with me and we can talk about your goals and figure out what the next steps are. So thank you once again. This is Shahara Wooten with Your Story Financial, and please leave a comment below to let me know what you're doing to keep your eyes focused and focusing on what you can control and staying healthy. Thank you.